Can you imagine? Don't use phrases such as boys and girls. You guys, ladies and gentlemen. So now, not only with, gender inclusiveness, now you can't even say ladies and gentlemen anymore. You can't be polite anymore. What the hell is going on here? Now, if the people in Lincoln, Nebraska don't wise up and make a stand here with this garbage and have this shit gathered and either ripped up or burned, this is what's coming for the rest of the country. This is what your public schools have in store for your children, ladies and gentlemen. Gender neutral. You know, I've done a story on this months ago where there was a school that now allows kids to use whatever bathroom they want. Excuse me, but are you fucking kidding me? Really? Is this the length? I mean, we haven't seen the end of political correctness yet. This is just the beginning from what I'm seeing here and what I'm gathering by what they're trying to do here. And Common Core, that's another subject. It simply boggles my mind that they would do this to children. Now they can no longer be boys and girls because their genders are different. You got to see the. Let me find it first. Oh, I already have it up here. Hold on a second. Here, I'm going to take this. Let me copy and paste it and put it in the chat room. Pumpkin Face, what's up, buddy? Joining us. Thank you. You can check that out there. I put it in the chat room. For you guys, it's watchdog.wpenguin. You know, it's just too much to read. You know what? Boom, 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 boom. I'll give you the name of the what is it? Inclusive training, gender watchdog. Let me go back to the article. Let me see what this is. Yeah, just go to NebraskaWatchdog.org. You'll see the just search for Nebraska schools or gender inclusive, and you'll see all the same article, I believe, is there. No, it's not the same article, but the let me just make sure before I send you guys there. No, let me not do that. Let me do it this way. Okay. Yeah, no, it brings me back to the same. So I can't. I wish there was a place I could just post it for you guys. It's in the chat. I put it in the chat. So you guys, if that doesn't work, please let me know. But Ernie Abbott in the house, WEJA Radio, just stepped in. So he should be extravagantly happy about what we're talking about tonight. It's Gender Spectrum, I believe, that's put this out. I'm going to the website now. It explores. Yeah, this is update from Gender Spectrum, how teachers can have an impact, the importance of gender inclusive schools. I mean, you really need to go and look at this and really find out what they're all about so you can condemn the shit out of it and know what you're talking about. So you can get all the reading and all the trainings, all the stuff that's there is all on this website. So that's genderspectrum.org. www.genderspectrum.org is pushing this garbage. Now, Gender Spectrum has, I'm going to read the list. It's 12 easy steps on the way to gender inclusiveness. Now I'm going to read all of them. And there's also, it's a continuum of sex and gender. They break it down for the female, a woman, a man. They explain biology, gender, all that kind of stuff. They give you a little note I'm going to read. And then we're going to go over the genderbread person, right? The genderbread person, a little genderbread. Looks like a gingerbread guy with little cheeks, a smile. He's got a heart, a little brain. And then he's got, never mind. That's not even important. Well, we're going to go through it all. But let's start out with number one. Number one on the gender spectrum's 12 easy steps on the way to gender inclusiveness. You ready for this? Here we go. 1. Avoid asking kids to line up as boys or girls or separating them by gender. Instead, use things like odd and even birth date or which would you choose, skateboards or bikes, milk or juice, dogs or cats, summer or winter, talking or listening. Invite students to come up with choices themselves. Consider using tools like appointment schedule to form pairs or groups. Always ask yourself, will this configuration create a gendered space? Who gives a rat's ass? Really? Really? This is what you have to worry. This is why our kids are dumb. This is why our kids are like 26th in the world. Because of shit like this. Number 2. Don't use phrases such as boys and girls, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, and similarly gendered expressions to get kids' attention. Instead, say things like, calling all readers, or, hey, campers, or, could all of the athletes come here? Create classroom names, and then ask all of the purple penguins to meet at the rug. You know, I'm thinking back, if they ever said garbage like this when I was in grade school or in 3rd or 4th, we'd have laughed them right out of the goddamn room. Purple penguins? What are you? Number 3, provide an opportunity for every student to identify a preferred name or pronoun. At the beginning of the year, or at back-to-school night, invite students and parents to let you know if they have a preferred name and or pronoun by which they wish to be referred. I've got one. How about kiss my ass? How about that? Yeah, that's what I'd like you to call my son. Kiss my ass. Okay? Number 4. Have visual images reinforcing gender inclusion. Wait a minute. Isn't boys and girls gender inclusive? You're including both, gender. Oh, wait, we're confused about that. We'll talk about that later. Have visual images reinforcing gender inclusion. Pictures of people who don't fit gender norms. Signs that strike out. Saying like all boys or all girls or all genders welcome. Door hangers. So how could, how could it be, if you're going to say all boys or all girls, isn't that the same thing? Instead of just saying boys and girls, let's go. Time to go to lunch. Or boys and girls, line up by the coat room. I mean, really? No, you got to say either all boys or all girls or who wants it. We're talking about kids, so I'm going to try and keep my civility here. Number 5, when you find it necessary to reference gender, say boy, girl, both, or neither. When asked why, use this as a teachable moment. Emphasize to students that your classroom recognizes and celebrates the gender diversity of all genders and students. Well, we're just repeating because you heard that a little earlier, but boy, girl, both, or neither, come here. Right? How's that sound? When a kid says, why are you saying it? Say, well, because the assholes down at, Central told me I have to say that. That's what I'd answer. Number 6, Point out and inquire when you hear others referencing gender in a binary manner. Ask things like, that is interesting. Can you say more about that? Or, what makes you say that? I think of it a little differently. Provide counter-narratives that challenge students to think more expansively about their notions of gender. What's with this gender bullshit? I mean, come on now, really? This is what you're going to teach our kids? It's taken us, I don't know how long to go through these friggin' rules. And this is what the teachers need to think about. They don't have enough on their minds about, what they're actually going to teach our children. This is the garbage they got to spend their time on. This is what you want the public school system to teach your children, ladies and gentlemen. See, this isn't a Democrat or Republican thing here. Again, this is an American thing. This isn't how we do things here. This is how we run things here. This is how things are done here. There's nothing wrong with being a boy and a girl. There are differences, and they need to know there are differences. Boys are different from girls. And it should stay that way. They started with marriage, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the next step, okay? Now it's going to be okay for little boys and girls to go to the bathroom together now, okay? Is this what you want for your schools, ladies and gentlemen? You need to phone somebody and talk to them about this if they have children. Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, this doesn't come to your school. And if it does, be the first, be the second, be the third. Start a group. Let them know you will not do this in our schools. Number 7, look for examples in the media that reinforce gender stereotypes or binary models of gender. It won't be hard. They're everywhere, I'm sure. When with others, call it out and interrogate it. This sounds like I don't know, something out of a Nazi book or something. I don't know. I just... They're telling you what to do and how to raise your children and how to speak to your children and what to call them and what not to call them. I want to know who started this garbage and what made them the authority on how to treat our children and what to call them or how to line them up or how to speak gender to them. That's none of your goddamn business. Stick to teaching because you can't do that very well. Because the numbers are horrendous. They've been throwing money at these public schools for 50 goddamn years, and nothing has changed. In fact, it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse, ladies and gentlemen. Number 9, teach children specific language that empowers them to be proud of who they are or to defend others who are being mistreated. Please respect my privacy. You may think that, but I don't. You may not like it, but I do. Hey, they're called private parts for a reason. These are the things they want your children to say. Children. Instead of teaching them how to get along, instead of teaching them about the history of this country and the greatness of it, this is the garbage they want to push on your children. On the simple minds of your children. Plant the seed, ladies and gentlemen. Look what they're doing in our universities. I've said this hundreds of times on this show. Just look at our universities. Liberals to conservatives in our colleges, 90 to 95% to 5%, respectively. And in 95% of the cases, the other side isn't even projected or allowed to come to the front to counter what they're teaching. This has all been designed, ladies. This has been going on for years now. And now it's so prevalent. People don't even know. I mean, they don't know who our vice president is. You walk up to most people, just ask them who these people are. Who's our vice president? or even who Nancy Pelosi is. They'll tell you they don't know. They've